3 things for a longer life and happier family. Wash your hands, wear your mask, stand apart. In our family, we've got keiki, we've got kupuna, and we're always conscious about how close we are to people, especially for me. I'm high risk as a cancer survivor. So it's about the we, not the me. It's a kako thing. So make sure that you stand together by standing apart. Thank you very much. Thank you. Happy New Year. The solid. I have a feeling that's going to go on for a while. I'm having flashbacks of last night. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, solid brown dancers, and good afternoon from Honolulu, Hawaii. We are on the air. Happy New Year, happy 2021 to you. There's a lot of people that are already in the gallery, and we will get to the gallery coming up in a little bit later. Jazzy, I'm sorry, was family watching?
I think so. I hope so.
Okay, Jaslyn's family may be watching, so we appreciate that very, very much. And not only that, but also we want to say hello to our producer, who's usually here. Guy was here last week. Tracy was not.
Screw God, I'm here now.
Tracy is here. Jaslyn is here, and Guy's head earphone piece is still here. Okay, so thank you. So can you take this? Can you take this back to him? Thank you. That's
okay.
Yeah, take that back to him. All right. So Guy is watching at home, and we appreciate that. Thank you so much, Guy, and thank you for all that you do here during our show all through the year. We're glad that you get to spend New Year's Day resting. In the meantime, mahalo to our crew who's here today. Abbreviated show. There's not a lot of news happening, but there is some items, and we will also give you an exclusive look at Honolulu coming up in just a couple of minutes. In the meantime, here is our brand new studios for the moment. Do you like this look? If you do, let me know in the comments below, because we'd really like to hear what you think. There are a couple of different looks, and so this is one of them, and this is the one that I actually personally like. So if you like it, let us know. What we're going to do right now is we are going to, let us go ahead and remind you that if you are watching in the show, if you're on the Facebook side, hit the like button. If you're on the YouTube side, if you can, we're working to get ourselves to 1,000 people here in the new year. So make sure that you are going ahead and, see that right there? Make sure that you hit the like, subscribe, and then hit it a second time so that way that you get that bell to ring every time that we go on the air live. And we appreciate you watching wherever you are. As a matter of fact, let's get into the gallery for a couple of moments. Elsie and Clegg was the first one on the broadcast. We appreciate. Thank you very, very much. Alcian said it was crazy last night, but loved it and hope everybody on our side is okay. Yes. Thank you so much for being with us, Mary. And Mary, your comments and everybody's comments are a little bit small today. I don't know. I might have adjusted something. So we're going to make that a little bit bigger and put that right there. And brother lives on Kauai, but you are from Rochester, New York. So thank you so much for watching on the show. Gail is with us, and Gail is always letting us know what's happening with steel guitar and ukulele. They are with mele, and we'll have more on that coming up for you in a little bit. Rie is with us. Alden, how are you? Haoli makahiki ho keiko. Love having you with us. Davelin DeVries Shimabukuro is part of Sen Studios. And so on the broadcast, we featured, I think it was last week, some of their brand new music. So we're really, really happy. Kailua Kona. Chris, thank you very much. By the way, did you see pictures of from Kilauea Volcano? Kristen is the one that sent me those pictures. So if you get a chance, go look on Billy V Sunrise on Facebook, and I also put it up on Instagram, and you can see those awesome pictures. They went there in the overnight hours. You could really see the glow of Kilauea Volcano, even though it was kind of at a distance. Jerry Boster, sir, always good to see you on. Thank you so much. And new beginnings. They have got wonderful digs that is over in the, just not too far away from here. St. Francis's campus is where they have wonderful office and digs. So, Jerry, we'll get to that coming up in just a little bit. Raynette, thank you for being with us. Rie is here. Kevin is always here from Orlando. And Alden Tanaka says, looks good. The thing you're wearing around your neck is apparently partially the same color as your green screen. Oh, so it's not coming through. Okay, green is out. Green is out. We have just discovered that. Thank you, Alden. This is not green, so let me show you a couple of things that we have. In my... we didn't even think about that. In our Hawaii News Now studios, I had a bunch of stuff that was in storage in the assistant news director's office. And that's because we were moving desks and we were changing the configuration of the newsroom. But suddenly COVID hit, and I didn't have a desk anymore because they told me, and I had heard this in advance before they announced it to everybody, that I would be one of those that would be broadcasting from home because I could. And it just worked out great that way. So I kind of put stuff in there and then took whatever I needed home, and then I vacated the newsroom, and it was only those that need to be in the newsroom. And it's still kind of that way too. But, so I got to bring a whole bunch of stuff home. Finally. I went and picked it up on Thursday when I had to go work for Guy Hoggy. So there's a bunch of stuff here in the studio that everybody goes, what is all this stuff? I said, well, it's stuff that was at Hawaii News Now that was at my desk, but I don't have a desk now. My desk is here. So let me show you some of the items that I brought home. This is Magnum PI, and this is perfect because tonight is Friday, and Friday, Magnum PI is on CBS. And, of course, Magnum PI comes out of Honolulu, Hawaii. And they just put together an awesome public service announcement about mask wearing and distancing. So we really appreciate that. Go and search for them. I think it's on YouTube. So Magnum PI. And look at that. That looks so good on camera. So Magnum PI is on Friday nights on CBS. The other thing that I got to bring home is Friday is also H-Day. So, hang on. And it looks black and white because the green of University of Hawaii doesn't show up. We're learning all kinds of things today. But that doesn't change anything, that Friday is still H-Day. So if you get the chance, go ahead and wear University of Hawaii. I'd like to thank Laura Brower, who said that she really loves the Magnum PI sign. Are you a Magnum PI fan? Put that in the comments, too. Let me know. And then UH stuff. I'm not sure if they have their H zone online. I'll have to check that out because, and you know what? Sometime we will start to give away some H zone stuff during the show. I don't know why I haven't thought of that before. I just thought of that now. So we'll have to do that somewhere down the line. Let's give you a look outside right now, and we've been talking about the waves. All right, so while GB DeBarrio's music plays, here is some of the video, and this is live, by the way. Pipeline has been going off. High surf warnings in effect for the north shore of the island of Oʻahu. And we've been warning people about the king tides. They just turned the camera to look at the waves. I kind of wish they had the camera in the other direction because you could see some of the trees and some of the beach. But they really wanted to concentrate on the waves, and the energy is so... I mean, look at just the energy of the water. As you look at that, notice that there are no people out there, surfers, professional, anybody. It's just not good waves for what you'd want to do. So, Laura says, big time fan. I'm thinking that you meant Magna PI. That's really, really awesome. Jerry likes the shirt. That's Iolani. That's an Iolani shirt. Thanks a lot, Jerry. Appreciate that very much. We'll put those comments. Keep those comments coming, everybody. Make them a little bit bigger. There we go. So there's our live look outside for now, right here on the broadcast. Usually we do this later on in the show, but because it's an abbreviated show, we wanted to do this somewhere in the early parts. Time to get a little inspiration with a good friend of ours, Kaleo Boi Kia.
Billy V, aloha my brother, and a happy new year to you and yours. 2020 is finally long gone, and I'm sure a lot of us are looking forward to this fresh new start here in 2021. And with a new year comes another Inspire You message of the week, and it goes a little something like this. I trust the next chapter because I know the author. You see, folks, with every new year comes a fresh new start and a blank bunch of pages ready for a story to be written. But only you can be the author of your own story. Nobody can write your 2021 story for you. Only you can. So your challenge this week, guys, is to go ask Russell for one pen and go write down your story for 2021. You are the author, so make it a good one. That right there is your Inspire You message of the week. Billy V, always a pleasure, my brother. Thank you once again for having me. Everybody have a great day, a great week, a great year, and I'll see you folks next time. Kaleo Boi Kia here. Peace, love
and
aloha.
Wow. So get a pen from Russell. That's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get some weekend events for you. And there are a couple of things that are happening. Actually, before we get to the weekend events, there's comments that are coming through. And Victoria, hi, Vicky. How are you? I miss you and your family. Hope you are well. And Gerard is Happy New Year. Appreciate that. I'd like to address there was a complaint on my website. The complaint said, you didn't mention me, and I said hello twice. So I looked at the time print, and it was after we were done broadcasting live. So I'd like to apologize and just let you know that if you try to comment after we're done with the live show, I may not see it, but you leave it in the comments. I might not see it to be able to tell you hello, but if you leave it in the comments, one of our crew or myself will be able to tell you hello, at least online or until the next show. So really appreciate that. And I was really touched that they felt so disheartened that we didn't say hi to them until I realized that they were commenting and thought the show was live when it was actually after the show. So I appreciate that very much. Con Raptus says, oh, thank you so much. Hawaii Five-0 was fun. And it's great that we were able to, that CBS Television asked me to keep working for Magnum PI for the Sunset on the Beaches and the world premieres. So that's awesome. Let's get to some of the events and weekend events. Oh, thank you. I forgot almost where we were. One of them is Jake Shimabukuro, and I actually reached out to Jake and asked him if he could send me one of the videos that they had online. You know what? Actually, I had a thought here. No, we'll do that another time. Sorry. So, Jake, and let me bring that up for you. Jake has a show, and this is going to be streamed live on from, let me see here as I take a look at this. Oh, Blue Note Hawaii. So that's coming up. There's one tonight at 6 p.m., tomorrow night at 6 p.m. So you want to catch Jake Shimabukuro streaming, performing live, and there's always thousands or tens of thousands that watch from around the world whenever he's on. So go ahead and check him out. Some of the other items that we have of events that are happening as we're showing you. We were going to show you something, but actually we'll hold it on me. Downtown Art Center has art show, winter group show. The website says they're open today. So we'll take it that the website is correct, 6 p.m. tonight. There's also drive-through at Hickam Air Force Base, Great Life Hawaiian USAA, Hickam Air Force Base. They have a drive-in event, Freedom Tower Lane drive-through. Wonderful decorations. That's still up and going, but I believe you have to be able to get onto base. Once again, I don't think that's open to the general public. Here's one that is live at the veranda. You can go ahead and catch Eric Lee playing live tonight. That is at the veranda, and that is a live performance. Of course, they have you have to make reservations, and they'll have you socially spaced out. And that's the reason why you got to make reservations. Wyland Gallery Waikiki. Wyland's going to be down there, and that's going to meet and greet, and that's going to be starting at 6 o'clock tonight. So if you want to go check them out, of course, if you're going to any of the attending events, make sure that you're wearing a mask. Know that you're going to be socially distanced, but that's okay if you want to go live. And a lot of these events are going to be streamed. Coming up, Surf Jack Hotel has events tomorrow. We mentioned Bishop Museum has Stars Tonight live stream. That's tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And Henry Kapono is Dukes on Waikiki, and that is being live streamed as well. With all of the events that are happening, we wanted to be responsible as well here on the show. So when we tell you that a lot of the events that are happening are live streamed, we try to emphasize that as much as possible. So that way you can enjoy them at home on your personal device and still be a part of all kinds of great events. Let's see here. Should have told you that my wife, Patricia, and I are watching Sydney, Australia. Thank you very much. Con Raptis, didn't realize you were all the way down under. We got a chance to to head on down there to Sydney a couple years back, my family and I, and that was awesome. Speaking of family, I should show you them. And I'm going to have to see if I can bring that video up here. This is known as going off the script. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring that up. Because we were doing some things here in the studio last week. And so we were working hard. And let me see if I can bring that up. In the meantime, there's more comments. There's a lot of comments on the show today. And I really, really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and see if I can bring up the family just so I can show you what we were doing. And I think, yeah, that's the one. Okay, here we go. Let's show you family right now. We had to do some...
You can record your voice and then put it...
There we go. My wife directing because she is the boss and she's in the middle. And we'll go ahead and show you. So we were doing some of our messages for Japan. And there we are with Chewy. And my wife was trying not to laugh very hard because whenever she would talk, Chewy would look in the opposite direction. And if you noticed before we started, and then she just cracked up laughing. We were trying to get Chewy, pay attention this way, turn your head. And then she would try to talk again. And as soon as she would talk, then Chewy would look away. And so, anyway, that's family. And we thought we would share that with you here on the broadcast. Let me see. I think we got through the weekend events. I'm thinking we got through a lot of stuff. Oh, I know. We wanted to take you outside. So, here on the island of Oahu, let's see how they celebrated last night for New Year's Eve. All right, and I think that is, let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Very good. Okay, so here's the live look outside last night. This is just after midnight. This is about 10 minutes after midnight. So all of these flashes of light, they're all illegal. Sorry, there's no way to put it. Yeah, it's like, oh boy. And we say this all the time on the news, the regulations are that you have to, for police to actually make an arrest or a citation, that they actually have to catch them in the act. But, that's difficult to do, especially on a night like this. But you can see that's, let me see, over here on this side, that's Kalihi. Okay, that's more like Liliha. There you go. That's Waikiki with Diamond Head that way. just to kind of give you a little bit of idea. Actually, right overhead, that's Ala Moana area here, and then Kaka'ako up there. So, yeah, just decided to take a look just at midnight and enjoy some of the scenery of our Honolulu. And yes, if you see anything that is aerial, it is illegal. So there is some talk and discussion about what are we going to do. Former councilwoman Kimberly Pine introduced in the county council, city council, something to, the effect of, or asking the state legislators to look into the ports to see if we can really, really lock this down. But it was very, very festive last night, around midnight, here in Honolulu. Kind of a look there. Okay, so let's talk about some new releases and get to you some news and information about our entertainment industry. The group Hawaii Kane, they come from the big island, and what they are doing is they got a brand new release, and so they're letting it out little bit by little bit, and they're going to be releasing about a single a month, they say. That's according to Jamin Wong, who used to be the youngest member of Hawaii Kane at one time in the early days in the 90s. And he also tells me that song Punalu'u Man, which was released just about a week ago, that was in dedication to his dad, Jameson Wong, who's a founding member of the group Hawaii Kane, who has gone on to be with his kupuna. But Life of the Party is the brand new release from Hawaii Kane, and that will be out this year. As a matter of fact, there is no word on when the full album will be out, but there are singles being released, and we'll have more word as more of those get out. There is a brand new CD that we should be hearing from shortly, and this is Mike Tulba. Mike Tulba's release is called Here I Am, except here he is too big, and there he is. There is the album cover. So Here I Am is going to be a brand new. We don't have any samples for you yet. We just got the artwork, but we know that this is going to be out very, very shortly. Yes, very much so. Ku'u's going, what? Shut the front door. Yes, new Hawaii Kane is coming up very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, the new single, Punalu'u Man, it actually, Ku'u, goes back to the days of the first album. So if you get a chance to listen to that, it's actually awesome. Conrad, just thank you very much for the comments about the great view of the fireworks. There is going to be another new release, and this comes from Zachary Lum. He is co-executive producer of a release called Kawili. I'm going to give you kind of the short on this, and then coming up on next Friday's show, I'm going to have Zachary Lum as a guest here to talk about this, because this is very interesting. From what I understand, now this is third person now, so bear with me for a couple of moments. They are taking some of the folk songs from the Filipino community and translating them and making them into Hawaiian songs as a way to bridge between the Filipino and the Hawaiian communities here in our islands. So that's really going to be interesting. So you've got Filipino folk songs that Filipino folks are very familiar with, and that's part of my heritage. As a matter of fact, my grandfather comes from the Philippines. So if I were to talk to him, when I was younger, I would, of course, have a little bit of an accent. Hui! So what are you listening to? So Kawili is the new release that they will have, and it's exciting. And we'll also have, I believe, members of the Filipino community also who are going to be able to talk. I think Lance Collins is going to join us on the show. So that's coming up next Friday. And you're talking about an award-winning producer in Zachary Lum, of course, member of the group Kaleo. So this is really cool, bringing together Filipino and Hawaiian communities. And that could also be just the start of many communities where there are these partnerships of hearing the music and the stories of other people that are part of our Hawaii. So we'll have that for you coming up next week. Ku'u, I'm going to answer your question on that right now. Thank you very much for asking about this. And we had not planned on this, but I have the information here, so let me give that to you. Aaron Mikami is a member, or he is the manager of Josh Totofi. He also was in radio with me back in the radio days. And he works with Hawaiian Music Live with Wade, Brother Wade. He also assistant coach for football with St. Louis program. He had COVID. He was in critical condition this past Sunday, and he was taken to the hospital, reportedly on a ventilator, but we have been told by family members that he is recovering. There have been a lot of people, if you see a lot of entertainers, they've been sending out words of healing and get well and love and light to Aaron. That's who they're talking about. So, Aaron, from all of us here in our studios and our radio and television families, brother, get well soon. And a lot of us are all pulling for you, okay? Really, seriously. Go get them. Hang in there, Aaron. Dave Lynn. Oh, no worries. Thank you very, very much. And cool, thank you very much for the words, too. And keep those coming. Jameson Wong is my brother-in-law, Stanford Kim's late brother-in-law. Also, and we kind of make jokes about this, that person is my brother, sisters, mothers on my auntie's second mother's side. That's related to my uncle that has the dog with the spots on the back hind leg that lives across the street, and they get cats. So we make jokes about that. But that's awesome that Jameson Wong is your brother-in-law. Awesome. And please give our aloha to your family. That must be awesome for you, knowing that there's new Ho'aikane music coming out. Donald Sonoda joins us on the show, Merry 2021. He is with the Moonlight Melody series, and they're always doing shows. One-man band, broadcast band there practically, when it comes to doing those shows from Hawaii Theater. And Donald, we appreciate you on the show, and knowing that you are in the broadcast community, it makes me nervous whenever you're on. So just know that, okay? So there's your entertainment news. As we mentioned, we'll have Zachary Lum on the show coming up this coming Friday, and he'll have guests also with him, and we'll talk about new releases. That's pretty much the show. It's an abbreviated show because during the holidays, right when you get to Christmas and between that and New Year's, there's not a whole lot going on. Everybody's wrapping up their year-end business, and then they're starting to get into very much holiday mode. Let's go take one final look outside at the waves because they have been big on the North Shore. We'll take you back out to Waimea Bay. Okay, pipeline. There you go. Big waves. And just a reminder, we've been telling you about the big waves that have been associated with the king tides, and those have been creating some problems along some of the roads on the west side, North Shore, and the windward side. So keep that in mind. And as a lot of Hawaii people know, no place to be out on those waves when those waves are that big, and that's why you don't see anybody out there. And besides that, it's just too messy with the winds blowing. And the winds in some places have been in the excess of 35 miles per hour. So we are always watching those events for you here on Billy V Live, and we always love bringing you these live shots when we can. That's going to do it for us, gang, and that does it for our show. Usually we bring you a new music video when we get them, but there's no new music videos this week. We have been told that I know that there's at least 3 artists that are in the process of production right now. So that's absolutely awesome. Jerry Boster, real quickly, I want to say hi to you. And Jerry's very special to our family. And so the Hawaii Parkinson's office is the one that I was talking to you about, the Hawaii Parkinson's Association. You know what? This is a good idea. I'm going to back that up a couple of moments. Jerry, hang on for a second. Here's something that we're going to do new on the show. Sorry, I just decided this now. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, so Tracy says okay. So what we're going to do is that every other show, or maybe every show, we're going to highlight somebody or a nonprofit that's needing either some help or just doing good in our community. So here's the first one for this week. We want to say hi to the Hawaii Parkinson's Association. And I'm going to make that a little bit bigger because I made it smaller. And just to let you know that they have their resource center, and it's located over at the St. Francis Healthcare Campus, Joseph Pico Building, Suite 206. If you need more information, get a hold of me, studio@billyv.live. Make sure you put that dot in there. Okay, so once again, that is studio@billyv.live. That's the email address. You can email us at any time. And if you want more information, I'll put that info on there so you can get in touch with the Hawaii Parkinson Association Resource Center. Jerry Boster is the president. So that is our nonprofit for the week. There we go. With that said, I think we're going to play a music video. Gosh, I don't... Okay, you know what? I'll just grab one out of the pile here and we'll play, because I played Patrick Landeza last week. I played Napua the week before. I played Amy also the week before. So, you know, we'll grab this one. This is not a new music video, but just know that we'll have them when they come out. And by the way, if you are a Hawaii entertainer and you have got new music videos and you want to send it our way and get it on here on Billy V Live, by all means, send it over to us. We'd be happy, we'd be ecstatic to be able to share it with everyone. All right, with that, that's going to do it for our show here today. Malama pono, aloha a hui ho. We hope to see you soon. And, oops, there we go. Sorry about that. We were supposed to show you something, and it didn't come up. Oh, no. Okay, that's okay. We'll roll video. Hey, malama pono, aloha a hui ho. Thank you for your comments. And, Patrick, I appreciate you. And... the new Napua and Damon. Yeah, we played that last week. Cool. That was our one last week. Always looking forward to Aloha Fridays. Love having a piece of home in my living room here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Nice. Thank you so much for having us in San Francisco. Tanya, aloha to you, aloha to your family, and aloha to your brother. And I know that you understand that. So love, love, love. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you next Friday. Make sure that you go ahead and get the notifications and the likes so that way you know when we're going on the air. But we're on the air every Friday, 3 p.m. See you next week.